Alright guys, we're back again with Adam Drake's Team Losi XXXNT Prototype. Like I promised in the last video, I was going to make another one. I got some flack over it, over this truck on another outlet, and I was like, okay, well, let's see what we can do. And I actually found, believe it or not, I actually found a picture of one of these trucks. It was actually Matt Francis' truck, his prototype. It was a nice clear picture from RCCA, and all the comments were pretty much dead on. So I went back and I found a lot of the parts that were incorrect, and I made everything correct on this truck. Obviously the body is a production body. I just added some pretty cool Adam Drake decals to it, and I put a 9 on it because I found a video of his XXXNT, a non-prototype, and he had the number 9 on his truck, so I just put one on there just because. So we're going to go through this truck again and maybe a little bit more detail. And now this truck is, I would say, 95% correct now, as far as going back to the original prototype look. A lot of the parts I had on before were from a XXXNT RTR, which was a ready-to-run truck, which were incorrect, but at that time, that's all I could afford, and I just wanted to put the truck into a roller form. So now it's pretty much correct as it was back in the day. So let's pop the top and let's get into it. And I'm going to leave the original video up just so you can maybe compare the two. I was going to take it down, but I decided to keep it up. So let's start with the wheels and tires. So these are the correct wheels and tires that were on the truck. Like I said before, they didn't have the Losi stamp there, and they didn't have Losi tires. They were just standard non-label tires. So that's one thing I changed. Let's go to the back. Here's the back tires and wheels. So that's one item that was changed to make the truck more correct. I went with the titanium turnbuckles, as you can see, which the truck was supposed to have, which I didn't. Put them on. So there's the turnbuckles. And since we're on the side, let's go to the exhaust pipe. This is the proper pipe that was on these trucks. Spun aluminum, and they had this little aluminum ring that went around that I saw, and I actually found one of these pipes. It came with this exhaust header. I decided to leave it on. I bought this one off eBay. So there's the correct exhaust that this truck had back in the day. Again, this is Adam Drake's truck. And let's go to the front. And then we went with proper graphite front arms. This already had the graphite upper bulkhead, which was pretty cool. So I added those graphite front arms. Then we'll go to those adjustable, we'll turn here, you can adjust them, adjustable threaded shocks, which were used on the truck back in the day. So we got those situated and replaced with the proper shocks, and we'll swing around to the back. Well, let's do it now. Let's do the back shocks. And there's the back shocks. There you go. Now, if you notice, the rear springs are orange and the front springs are red. So that's how Adam set his truck up. He had red in the front, orange in the back. That was another little detail I found out. And then, of course, we went with the graphite front shock tower, which before was just a plastic one. I got that fixed. And then we put the prototype rear shock tower here. That was actually on the other truck that I owned. But I figured if I'm going to make one, I have enough of the prototype parts to complete one truck as a whole. And that's what I did. I took it off that truck and I put it on this one. Just to get, especially this was Drake's truck. So I wanted to make at least one complete correct truck. Let's take an aerial view here. Damn it. There we go. Now this switch plate, you can still see, it says ready to run. So that I left just to make it more complete. And now going back to these rear arms, from what I can find out and read, that these rear arms were they were specially made for all 8 of these trucks. All these trucks had these rear arms. Flip over. See them from the bottom. They were milled out. Pretty cool. So another pretty cool feature of this truck is that basically this whole front bulkhead forward is all pretty much factory XXXT. So the top bulkhead, the front shock tower, the arms I think are interchangeable, and obviously the front bottom bulkhead, which we'll see, is all XXXT they used on this Nitro truck as the prototype, which is pretty cool. So there you go, guys. Like I promised, I was going to do another video once I made these changes, and they're done. And now we have one complete truck, which is Adam Drake's. Which he confirmed that this was his truck because of these stickers that he put on the truck on the back in the day. He put these on there. He goes, "Oh man, that's my chassis." So that's pretty cool. But there it is, pretty much all complete now, minus the engine, and obviously almost impossible to find prototype body. But there you go, guys. The prototype XXXNT by Adam Drake, with all the changes made. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And we will be back soon enough for another video. Who knows what it's going to be? Stay tuned. Alright, guys. Take it easy.